Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, April 26, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a pretty big morning here as we're going to have the GDP number reported in just a few moments. Right now, the S&P 500 is trading lower by 3.5 points. Futures were actually a little bit lower. They've really been all over the map, higher, lower. So we'll see how they shake out. We'll see if this GDP report coming out in about 1 minute is really going to move the markets or not. Today is a Friday. Generally on a Friday, we look for a flat to slightly positive trading session either way. Today, I think the markets are vulnerable. They've had a pretty good bounce over the past 3 days, and you can see today that the markets are, well, here we go. GDP is out. GDP is out. You're starting to see a quick little downtick. That could change quickly. That's just an initial reaction. So never go off the initial reactions. But let's see how it shakes out here. Looks like GDP number is being released. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we'll see here in just a moment. Okay, it looks like GDP up 2.5%. First quarter GDP up 2.5%. I gotta kind of think that this number is going to be more of a non-event than anything else. You can see the futures are coming back up after that initial decline. Still down about 4.75 points. This is a little bit of a troubling number in my opinion, just for the fact that this was supposed to be the best number out there. Companies were rebuilding, restocking inventories, and I don't know if anybody knows about that stuff, but that's what usually goes on during this first quarter, into this reports into this first quarter GDP number. So again, it's kind of a terrible number, to be honest. Most people were expecting around 3.5 to 4% GDP. It came in at 2.5. Now the case will be made, the Fed will continue to pump money in, but if this is the best that you can get out of the supposed best quarter of the year, maybe the Fed shouldn't pump money in. Maybe the central bankers should stop. And they're just going to cause more damage down the road. Maybe that is a big problem, but we'll see. Right now, all they seem to know is just printing money. But this is not a good number, any way you slice it or dice it going forward. But let's look at the market's reaction. That's all that matters for us as traders. So again, GDP coming in around 2.5%. I guess, considering all things, the same case can be made that the number will benefit, more central bank easing. But again, I don't think it's a good sign at all, especially at this stage of the game, where we've had 3 rounds of central bank easing plus 0% interest rates for the big banks since December 2008. Somebody needs to reevaluate this program. But let's take a look at some other things out there today. Looking at the European markets, let's see the European reaction. Right now, we still have the European market slightly lower. Again, they haven't really reacted all that much. German DAX is down about 0.3%. French CAC 40 is down 0.75%. And Spain and Italy both down. Spain is the IBEX 35 down about 1%. And the FTSE Milan Index, MIB, is down about 0.5%. So nothing dire there. Last night in the Asian markets, did have the Nikkei creep down about 0.3%. That's not a big deal. The Shanghai down another 1%. So the Shanghai continues to be a problem. The Hang Seng was up about 0.6%, and the Indian Sensex was down around 0.6%. Singapore creeped up a little bit, up 0.3%. So can't make too much out of that. We'll just have to see how this thing shakes out and plays out going forward. Some big stocks in the news. Amazon reported earnings yesterday. The stock was all over the map, had a soaring move up, soaring move down. Now it's settled into around the 268 level. To be honest with Amazon, and I love the company and the website, but it just is a little bit pricey up here. How many times can the company just continue to not make more money? It's at some point it's going to come to roost. But I guess, they always seem to get a pass. We'll see how it trades out today. Right now it's around 268. I think the stock would be fairly valued around 254. That's where I think traders could watch for a little intraday bounce if we sell off down to that level. Let's take a look at a few other big names out here today. From what I can see, you have some movement in Biogen IDEC. That's holding steady. No real big movement there. Another big move here, Synoptics. This one is hitting an all-time high today, so this is a solid move higher. I don't have a resistance level on this, but this one is making new highs. Synoptics with a big move. They make that little scratch pad for your laptop computer as well as other computer products. But Synoptics having a very solid move today. And then we have a few other stocks in the news. But I think Amazon is really the big mover out here. Well, it looks like Chevron earnings are out. Let's take a look at Chevron. This is a big one as well. Oops. CVX. Let's get the symbol there. Okay, so yeah, Chevron's been all over the map, but pretty much right where it finished yesterday. It closed at 118.50. Today it's trading at 119.35. I don't know if we can make too much out of that one at the moment, but Chevron numbers are out. We only care about the reaction. I could care less what the numbers are. It really is irrelevant in my opinion. Looking at a few other things, JCPenney is receiving a nice bump in the market today. It looks like George Soros acquired a 7.9% stake in the company, and that's given the company a nice bid. There are a lot of shorts in JCPenney, but at this stage of the game, the company's received financing from a few other firms, and it's also getting that stake from George Soros. So I got to think the upside could be a little limited. I'll have some levels for JCPenney by 9 o'clock this morning. So those of you that want them, come over to the chat room. I'll have those levels posted up for you at 9 a.m. Looking at a few other things here, let's take a look at gold. This morning, gold is trading flat, just up $1, but it is still trading at $14.64 an ounce. Gold has made a dramatic rally back this week. It's still not where it was, but nonetheless, the GLD, which is a good proxy for looking at gold, holding steady this morning. But if you just take a look here, we'll pull up an hourly chart, you'll get a good glimpse of it. Look at the move gold has had since the 23rd. And that's not even where it bottomed. It bottomed basically around the 15th. But look at this move gold has had. So gold has had a soaring move higher. The GLD now trading around 141.78. So a decent little pop there this week. Right now, holding steady for the most part. Can't make too much out of it. Let's take a look at light sweet crude today. Light sweet crude is down 57 cents to $93.09 a barrel. Let's take a look at the USO. It's a good little proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that's trading at 33.20. Not a big deal at the moment. It closed at 33.25 yesterday, so it's down about 5 cents, reflecting the 50-cent decline on spot. But again, keep an eye on the U.S. dollar index. If the dollar falls today, and the dollar is a little bit lower right now as we speak, if the dollar falls, that could help push oil prices higher. If the dollar rallies, oil prices usually will get a bit suppressed. Gold is more of a fear trade right now than anything else, and it's also a trade on currencies. So you're going to have to watch that pretty closely going forward. And we'll just see how this thing all plays out. Let's take a look at the futures again, and we're going to look at the S&P futures. You'll see they are now down around 6 points at the open, or before the opening bell right here. It's only 8:38 in the morning right now. Then you have NASDAQ futures down around 11.5 to 12 points. So again, decent little sell-off. We'll see if the market continues to come under some pressure. Normally on a Friday, the market gets bought up. It seems like the powers that be never let the markets close down on a Friday. We'll see if they can hold it up again today. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care now.